pause for a minute, share this live stream. Good morning, and welcome to Unity of Huntsville. Unity of Huntsville is an inclusive, compassionate community that supports the realization of our divine potential, the awakening of our hearts, and healing through interactive learning, practice, and service. Our mission is transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in our world. My name is Reverend Dean Isley, and I will be providing the message today, which is titled, You Are Not Alone. It is the fourth in a series based on the book, What's in the Way is the Way. And also, it's a special time today, because today is the first Sunday of Advent. So now I bring your attention to the Christ candle. We light the Christ candle every Sunday before the service starts as a symbol of the Christ light that's in each and every one of us. This light that never goes out, even if we might forget, that light is still burning at our core. The challenge is to see that light in everyone you meet. And this morning, as we observe Advent, I will light the first Advent candle, which is for faith and hope. And now, if you would, let's stand and sing together our opening song. I I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 And now, before you find your chairs, I invite you to greet one another in hands of fellowship as I sing Weave. Weave us together. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. Weave us together. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together. Weave us together, together in love. And as you find your seats, please be seated, and we'll sing together the song, A Light in the World by Donna Michaels. You are a light. We are a light. Every one of us. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. And you shine. And you shine. And you shine so shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are alive, we are alive, we are a light in this world. We are alive, we are alive, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. Y'all sound so good this morning. Thank you for being here. And now let's affirm together our opening statement. There is only one presence and one power in my life and the universe, God. And now I'd like to read for you from the Daily Word. And I really love how the Daily Word always matches up with our Advent calendar. The word of the day today is hope and faith. And the affirmation is, I walk by faith and live each day with hope in my heart. And the message is, as Advent begins, I center myself in hope and feel my faith grow strong. I marvel at Mary's faith as I think about the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects of her journey to Bethlehem to have her child. She must have felt frightened to hear what the angel had told her, but faith allowed her to take each step with peace. Like Mary, I may wonder, why am I facing certain events? And like Mary, I live in faith. When I have doubt or uncertainty, no matter what is going on in my life, my faith in the power of spiritual living gives me renewed hope that God is with me. I am reassured that along every journey, no matter how long, the highest good is unfolding. And the scripture is from Psalms 62, verse 5. For God alone my soul waits in silence, for my hope is from Him. And the affirmation is, I walk by faith and live each day with hope in my heart. And the word of the day is hope and faith. My faith in the power of spiritual living gives me renewed hope that God is with me. And now let us affirm together our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. And let us take a deep breath now together, breathing in gently, but fully filling our lungs. And releasing that breath, allowing it to flow back to universe. Breathing in, filling our lungs. Releasing that breath, allowing our bodies to relax as we bring our awareness to this present moment. Following our breath back to its normal rhythm. Breathing in, breathing out. relaxing our bodies, checking in with our posture, noting any places where the tension is still hanging in there, just releasing, relaxing, right here, right now. All is in divine order. You are exactly where you're meant to be. It is safe to lay aside all thoughts for what's going to happen later in the day, and lay aside all thoughts of what went on this morning. Being right here, right now. Each one of us, beloved children of God, inheritors of the image of God. Good. You are good right now, just the way you are. We are never alone. When we rest in faith and hope, we realize the presence of God in our life. And we are never alone. Wherever I am, wherever you are, wherever we are, God is with us. There is no time that we are alone. We can feel the presence of God in our life at any moment when we choose. It is especially near as we approach the silence. Let us go to that silent and still space that is within us now and in every now moment, together, right now. And as you return from the silence to this space, I invite you to feel your heart. Whether you physically put your hands on your chest or just open yourself to the heart space. From this open place, something special happens when we ask a question and don't try to answer it ourselves. Let us each one open ourselves to Spirit now as we invite an answer from our open heart. Spirit, what is mine to do? What is my next step on my unique spiritual path? Patiently, knowing that all is in divine order and that we will receive just the guidance that we need. in divine and right time, we open ourselves in gratitude, grateful for this day and the life energy that's flowing through our bodies now and in every now moment, in abundance, more than enough, so that we may open ourselves to share this life with everyone around us, with everyone we meet, with all of those in the universe. For this life comes from the source of all life and flows through us right now. This life energy, touching each cell of our body with its rejuvenating power, sweeping away from our being, from our consciousness, anything that is not a part of our wholeness. Our birthright as beloved children of God, created in that perfect and right image that is the core of who you are. This life energy flowing through us now. This light, this love. It is. We are one. And it is in this gratitude that we say thank you. And so it is. Amen. You are not alone. We affirm it in the prayer for protection. Wherever we are, God is. We are never alone. And yet, why are there times when I feel so alone? When I have felt so alone? Last week I shared with you a song that was written from one of the books that was in the Nag Hammadi library, Protanoia. It meant first thought. I'd like to share with you now a verse from one of the books that was also found in that same library. It's called the Gospel of Thomas, and it was found nearly complete. And I'd like to share just one saying with you. Saying number 48. It's on the screen behind me, so you can look at it and allow it to seep into your unconscious, because sometimes we hear and sometimes we need to read. But I'd like to read it for you now. Jesus said, "If two make peace with each other in a single house, they will say to the mountain, 'Move from here,' and it will move." I'm not going to explain it. If two make peace with each other in a single house, they will say to the mountain, "Move from here," and it will move. Just sit with that for a moment. You are not alone. Things have happened in our life, though, that make us sometimes feel alone. Mary O'Malley, who wrote this book, shares a few things about how we came to this state. If you'll remember from last week when we talked about fear and the storyteller, most of these fears began as early as 6 years old. Some of these, what she calls spells, might have begun even earlier than that. She says there's basically 8 spells. These aren't spells that some witch cast on us. In fact, if there was a witch that cast them on us, it would have been the storyteller that's inside us already. These are just figures of speech, because there is no storyteller really, is there? But these spells are just as real, and yet they're an illusion. There's nothing real about them except how they affect us, because we allow them to have this effect. We have choice. And as we begin to see them and notice them with our compassionate curiosity, they begin to have less of an effect on us. She divides them into 3 different categories. And they progress one out of another as we developed the storyteller in our consciousness. And the first one is that I am separate from life. And as I think back on developmental psychology and I remember things, that when I'm an infant, when I was an infant, get that tongue untangled. There was things that Mother had above my crib, these little noisemakers and dangly, sparkly things that were fascinating to the infant who hasn't figured out yet that there's an out there and an in here. That there's a me who's separate from all this fascinating stuff. And then one day we realize that, hey, we are separate. It might be when peekaboo doesn't have an effect on us anymore. When peekaboo, oh, I know she's coming back. She didn't really go anywhere when she covered her face. And we realize then that we're separate. We think we are anyway. We put this belief in ourselves that we're separate. Not long after that, we're probably not even 6 yet. Things happen. Maybe our diaper doesn't get changed fast enough to suit ourselves. Or we're really hungry and Mama's really busy, Daddy's really busy, and no one gets to me with the bottle fast enough to suit me, even though I'm bawling my head off and I'm crying. They're just not listening. And we realize that life is not safe. It gets reinforced when we reach out and we touch the hot stove. Life is not safe. And so we've got this belief. This is one of those spells. Life is not safe for me. And so what do we have to do? We're going to build a cloud. These are the clouds forming now. Remember when the alien came down and saw us in this beautiful meadow? But we were surrounded by a cloud. And we were running around with a butterfly net trying to capture things that would make us feel happy. Or trying with a fly swatter to swat away those things that are making us not feel good. When all the time we're in this beautiful meadow. Well, another one of those spells. I must control life. I must be in control. I can do things that make me feel safe. But here's the kicker. I still don't feel safe. I must do it right. I must do it right so I can feel safe, so I can be in control. It's so necessary for my survival. I have to do it. Okay, key, remember that key? We're separate, so I have to do it. And here's another kicker. Since I still don't feel safe, I mustn't be doing it right. What am I doing wrong? And because I'm not doing it right, I must be wrong. I must be wrong. There must be something wrong with me. Now we've gotten, see all these spells we're putting on ourselves? These false beliefs. these illusions. If I'm wrong, if I'm not safe, I must be unlovable. I must be. Who would want to love someone like me who can't get it right? It's another spell, though, because it's not right. We're all beloved children of God. But we got that spell on us. And out of that one, of feeling so unlovable, of undeserving, I am all alone. I'll never forget my first divorce and how I felt alone. Alone. This house was empty. I didn't even have my dog. I was all alone. But we know that's not true. We know it's not true. Because God is always with us. Wherever we go, wherever we are, God is. It's useful to have a list like this because it helps us to observe what's going on with us. So we can look at ourselves and know if we're getting into one of those spells, if one of those spells are taking hold of our consciousness. Because you see, they lead in this natural progression to the fact that we're not apart, that we are all alone. And there's no worse feeling. If you think back to primitive societies, what's the worst thing, a fate that was even worse than death? To be banished from the tribe, to be left alone. They would have rather died than to be banished and left alone. And that's still part of us. It's in our unconsciousness. But we're never alone. We're never alone. So that leads me to a new technique. We have that compassionate curiosity that we can look at. We can use this to help us to discover these spells. But I want to bring another one to your mind, to your practice today. And that's the question. You see, if we ask a question and we already start going in our mind to try and answer it, okay, what happens? Let's say I'm trying to remember somebody's name. I see them like, I know their name, I just can't remember it. It's right there on the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming to mind. And then what's the best technique for remembering that name? Forget about it. Do something else. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I remember your name. Your name's Maria. I remember now. How did that happen? It just came to us. And it came to us when we let go of trying to answer the question. Because as long as we're trying to answer the question, we get no answer. Well, that technique of letting it go works with more complicated questions as well. There's something going on there, and we don't know what it is, but it does work. I can't think of so many times I've been trying to remember something, and I've let it go, and then, oh yeah, okay, it's right there. It's right there now. It's right there. So, it's important what questions we ask, though. So, in relation to these spells, what are some questions that we could ask? I want to share some of those questions from what Mary O'Malley has said in her book. This is some of her favorite questions. What am I ready to see here? What am I ready to see here? And then let it go. Maybe go into meditation. Maybe just take some breaths. Let it go. What is the way through this? There's something going on here in our life, and we are struggling. And we're getting clouds. The clouds are building. All of those, we're under a spell. One of them. Maybe several. Deep breath. What is the way through this? Let it go. What do I need to say, do, or be that is for the highest good? How can I serve? What am I? What am I? What is asking for my attention? So I'm in the middle of all this stuff. It's all going on. What is asking for my attention here? Probably something here. Something here, somewhere in me. And if none of these questions work, and I like this, how she says this, ask life. You know, if you don't like the word God, just ask life. Because isn't that the same as asking God? I like that. She says, just ask life. What are my questions? How about that? What question do I need to ask here? And it comes to you at just the right and perfect time. Just like what we said in the prayer. We may not get it answered immediately. We probably won't. Because that's not how it works. We got to let go. And then that answer comes in unexpected ways. I can remember very recently, and if you're taking the Course in Miracles, you've heard me speak about it already. I was in the middle of some stuff. There was clouds all around me. And I was asking and I was praying hard, but I was praying about the situation. I wasn't asking the right question. But I got my answer in A Course in Miracles. Lindsay said, just ask God, how can I see this in a different way? And that was my answer right there. And I knew it was. As soon as she said it, I said, that's what I've not been doing. If we're praying about the lack, we're going to get more of the lack. How can I see this in a different way? Because I already have everything I need. It's already right here. I got it inside. I'm created in the image of God. I'm a beloved child of God. And I'm never alone. How can I see this in a different way? That was my answer. And I didn't get it by thinking about it. Because the more I thought about what was going on in this cloud, the more I got more cloud. I don't know what spell I was under. It was one of them. Maybe a bunch of them. But it worked when I asked the question. So I want to remind you again about that saying in the Gospel of Thomas. Maybe we can talk about it a little bit when we get in our circle. Jesus said, if two make peace with each other in a single house, they will say to the mountain, move from here, and it will move. Now, I'm thinking about the mountain, right? Okay, so what in the other Gospels, where's this mountain that moves? Faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say to the mountain, move, and it will go there, or go to this, or the tree will uproot itself and grow in the sea. I'm also looking at, if there's two that make peace with each other in the single house. Well, who is the house and who are the two? I'm not going to answer. I got an idea. I know you do too. But let's remember, no matter how the clouds are surrounding us, and no matter what that storyteller wants us to believe, you are not alone. You are not alone. And now I want to sing a song for you that was written in the midst of some major clouds. I wrote this song before I ever found unity, before I ever knew there was such a thing as unity. I was in a bar band, and Jack Daniels helped me write this song. He's a songwriter too. I don't know, there was a lot of words that I didn't use in the song. Let's just say that. It was one of those automatic writing sessions. I don't know if you've ever heard about it. One of the people I know that did it was Jack Kerouac. He got this. Instead of having, he couldn't change out sheets of paper fast enough, so he got a really long piece of paper and fed it into his typewriter, so it like scrolled through. He could just keep typing. And there's no telling how many days in a row that he was typing or what he was on so that he could type for that many days. Just no telling, because back then things that are illegal now were legal still. But that's not the point. The point is, I was in the middle of a bunch of clouds. And somehow, writing this song helped me to digest that situation. And I didn't even know anything about clouds back then. I just didn't. I was on a spiritual path. I've been on a spiritual path even before I knew there was such a thing called a spiritual path. It's really funny how that works too. But it does work like that. But I don't want to start another sermon. Let's just sing the song. I called it Blood. And I never really was comfortable, but I wanted some shock value, I think. I think I was going for shock value with that. Because the word is never in the whole song. And when I sang it up here the very first time, Reverend Carroll said, "That's not about the blood of Jesus, is it? The blood of the Lamb." I said, "No." Anyway, so here's the song. Smiling, and the passions flow like water. Mountain of Redeemer, feeling ripened and feeling wild. Passion Love will come like a rose will grow beneath is the feeling of the pain. Outside is the passion and the shame. Crimson is the color of his name. Love will come, love will come. Love will come, love will come. Love is here right now. 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 Oh, thank you. Let's take a deep breath and come back to reality. We live in that meadow. That is the reality. And we're never alone. And we celebrate in gratitude as we give. We give. As we give to another, we give to ourselves. It's just, why is that true? Because there is only one field. There is only one God. Marianne, would you collect the offering for me, please? Thank you. And now, as the offering basket goes around, let's sing together a song by Jack Fowler. I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. And if you're joining us online and you would like to freely give from your heart to support this ministry so that this message of truth may continue to be broadcast out into this world, out into our community and this universe over the internet, you may go to unityofhuntsville.org and click on the donate button where you can securely give through PayPal. And let us join together as we affirm and bless these offerings that are gathered here in this room and online as we say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Lovingly I give, and lovingly I receive. Thank you. And now I'd like to make a few announcements. Today's the 5th Sunday, and so we've got a little bit something special happening. On every 5th Sunday, we're going to do something a little different. Usually it's going to be a meditation, but today we're going to have 2 parties. Yeah, we got food too. Marion and Patrick bought some soup. to keep us warm on a nice and cool Alabama morning and afternoon. The parties. I know you just can't wait to hear about the parties. So we're going to have an indoor party to decorate for Christmas and an outdoor party to begin cleaning up some of these leaves and some of this stuff that's going on out here that's making it difficult to get up and down the driveway. Just do what you can, give what you can, and have a good time of it. I will say that, unfortunately, I've got a birthday party I have to attend. Wanda Gail Campbell is having her 77 plus 3 birthday. That's right. We're not allowed to say that word. It's 77 plus 3, and next year it'll be 77 plus 4. Okay. Just to make sure everybody's clear on that. Today's the 5th Sunday. Next Sunday will be the 1st Sunday. And every 1st and 3rd Sundays we have a life support, our life circle called the support group that meets right here after the service. It's a safe space to speak your truth and to have support from like-minded people. Also next Sunday, we'll have a guest speaker. Some of y'all might remember Brother Robert Farrell. He'll be coming to join us. And the title of his message is, and I wrote it down this time so I wouldn't forget, A Spirituality of Imperfection. And I think it's going to fit uniquely with what's in the way is the way. How about that? A spirituality of imperfection. I can't wait to see what he says. Every second Sunday is a special day here because we have a potluck dinner. We get together after the service and we eat and we talk and we visit. We can talk about whatever we want and bring whatever you want to eat or whatever you want to share. Or just come with an appetite. After the potluck dinner, we'll have A Course in Miracles. Lindsay will drive down from Tennessee to share with us a lesson from A Course in Miracles. She comes every 2nd and 4th Sunday. And am I missing any announcements? Yes. Yes, the decorating party is the indoor party. We're going to decorate for Christmas. So you see I've got an Advent candle lit back here. Well, there's some things that are missing that go around the Advent candle. Those can be added today. You know, anyway, other pretties. Instead of the fall decoration, we can have Christmas even down here. That's what I'm talking about. And it'll be fun because we'll make it that way. We can choose to have fun. Any other announcements? Am I forgetting something? Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So we gather food here for an ongoing cause. It's called First Stop. And we've got baskets at the back of the room where you can place your donations for First Stop. And what First Stop is they're a place that the unhomed can go during the day. You see, most shelters for the unhomed are only open at night. And when the daytime comes, they say, okay, shoo, shoo, shoo. Well, this place allows the unhomed to have a permanent address so that they can receive mail. You know, because it's hard to fill out a job application if you don't have an address to put down. How are you going to get a response? And that's one of the things they provide. They also provide counseling, food, other, stuff that's on the list might be underwear. Of course not your used underwear, but you get the point. If you'll look on the newsletter, there's an urgent list that they publish on their website. Or you can just go to First Stop Huntsville, and there's a place up there to go to the urgent list. And you'll see the stuff that they need, that they have urgent needs of right now, so you can make sure you're buying the best thing or gathering from your home. You don't have to buy anything. But anyway, that's First Stop, and that's an ongoing. We've had those baskets back there for years, and shame on me for not mentioning it. It just slips my mind. So thank you for reminding me, Patrick and Marion. I really appreciate that. That's just one of the ways we help serve our community. If there are no other announcements, let's stand and sing our peace song, right? No. Thank you for joining us online. I'm rushing ahead. I'm rushing ahead. We really appreciate you, and we want you to come on down here and join us for our Circle of Light that we have afterwards, because we can't put that online. We just ain't figured out how we can do that yet. But you can come down here and share that with us. And in the meantime, share this experience of truth with everyone you meet by seeing that Christ light, that same Christ light that's in you, in each person you meet. And don't take my word for it. Try it out and see what a difference it makes in your life and in the life of those people who you see the Christ light in. You'll be amazed.